Hey everybody, this is Gabe at Security and today we're putting two giants in the home security game head to head. ADT versus Vivint. In today's comparison of ADT and Vivint, we're gonna look at their key similarities, key differences, installation, professional monitoring, customer support, and finally the mobile app so you have exactly what is necessary to make the right decisions for you and your family. Now, if you'd like to see a list of our favorite home security systems, Google Security Best Home Security Systems. If you have a question about today's comparison, leave us a comment and I'll get back to you. Kicking off our comparison of ADT and Vivint, I want to jump into key similarities, but with ADT and Vivint, there are few. The main similarity between ADT and Vivint is that they both do quite well in both the Apple App Store and Google Play Store for their mobile applications. Now, moving on to the key differences between ADT and Vivint, I want to discuss two things. One, installation. Vivint requires you to have someone come and install their system professionally. So it is not do it yourself, as is the ADT system where you can put it together as soon as you get the package. Now, two, they have very different professional monitoring services. ADT requires you to get professional monitoring, whereas Vivint allows you to do some degree of month-to-month or even self-monitor for yourself. So those are the key differences between ADT and Vivint. Now, the first element we're going to compare between ADT and Vivint is the installation process. Now, ADT is do-it-yourself installation, and the hub comes pre-programmed. So you take out the hub, take out your app, and you start to put the pieces in place. You'll take your door sensor, put it on your door frame, take the motion detector, put it in the corner of your room, and voila, you're ready to go for the first few elements. But when you get to that camera, it's a little bit more complicated as the cameras are generally manufactured by alarm.com, and you have to add another Ethernet cable, and this is the lengthiest part of the process of installing the ADT system, and we honestly just suggest that you use a computer to set all of that up. But overall, it took me about an hour to set up the ADT system and wasn't too difficult. Now, installing Vivint is a different process altogether because it is a professional installation. I had a technician come to my home. He was punctual, he was polite, he set up my hub panel, hid the wires so that I don't have to really have that eyesore, put my motion detector in the corner, set up my window and door sensors, and ultimately it was a great experience. Now, generally you do have to pay for that. It's about $129 for Vivint to have a technician come to your house, but we suggest trying to negotiate that and avoid that fee. So it's a very different experience with Vivint and setting up your home security system. Now, when it comes to who wins the installation contest between ADT and Vivint, it's a toss-up. It's gonna very much depend on which type of experience you'd rather have. Do you wanna put the system together yourself? It takes you about an hour, or do you wanna set an appointment and possibly pay someone to come set it up for you? So depending on the type of person you are and how much time you have and what you wanna do in relationship to your home security system, that will determine which one is the better experience for you. All right, hold on, quick break. I had a quick question regarding installation habits. Do you prefer to do it yourself, or do you like someone to come and install the system for you? Leave us your comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, let's get back to the video. Now, the next element of comparison that we want to do between ADT and Vivint is professional monitoring. Now, professional monitoring is that 24/7 team that's got your back, that can alert the proper authorities in case something's going down around your home. Now, on top of that, both ADT and Vivint have battery and cellular backup, so in case your power goes out, your landline goes down, you can be sure to be protected. Now, Vivint has various options for professional monitoring, but they only reflect the number of cameras that you have. They're gonna give you all the features necessary. So for $49.99, you get 2 cameras and live streaming and all that is necessary to take care of your home, including controlling your locks, even some of your lights, all of that right there in the mobile application. Now, for 3 cameras, it goes up to $54.99, and for 4 cameras, it goes up to $59.99. ADT, on the other hand, does not publish their professional monitoring prices. We do know that you can get a basic security package for approximately $28.99. And if you wanted to do something like a full package with all the features necessary with an indoor and outdoor camera attached, it's gonna cost you $57.99. So ADT is definitely negotiable, so we suggest if you wanna go with professional monitoring with them, give them a call and talk about what features you need and with what cameras. So let's move into contracts, comparing ADT and Vivint. Now, ADT gives you a 3-year contract that you'll begin to pay after your first 6 months with ADT, while Vivint has long-term contracts of 3.5 and 5 years for professional monitoring. Now, the distinction that we must make here is that Vivint does allow you to do month-to-month contracting if you pay for all of your equipment up front, which is around $1,000, $2,000, just to be clear about that. So it is month-to-month contracting, but it still can be quite expensive. Now, it's hard for us to make a distinction between contracts, but it's not hard when it comes to moving policy. For ADT, you just pick up and go, take your system apart, move it into your new place. You've done it yourself before, you'll do it again, and it's easy as can be. Whereas with Vivint, you're gonna have to pay another $129 to get it installed in your new home. So here, it's really clear that ADT has an advantage. But you're wondering, Gabe, which is the best system for me when it comes to professional monitoring? And honestly, it's quite difficult because each has their advantages and disadvantages. ADT does give slightly shorter long-term contracts for professional monitoring, and you can probably get a somewhat more affordable monthly contract with them, considering they just start around $30. While Vivint, while it is more expensive, does essentially give you that month-to-month option. So once again, I'm gonna call it a draw between ADT and Vivint when it comes to professional monitoring. The next element I wanna discuss regarding ADT versus Vivint is customer support. Now, ADT and Vivint both have online help centers. They both allow you to live chat and call someone directly about your problems. ADT even gives you the ability to FaceTime with someone. So if a picture is worth 1,000 words, I wonder how many a video chat is. Now, when we talk about ADT versus Vivint, we just have to look at the numbers, and ADT here pales in comparison to Vivint. Vivint has a 3.8 rating on its Google reviews, and most of those customer support reviews were positive. And when it comes to ADT, even in my own experience, I felt as if they were really missing the ball. ADT does have a much better live chat functionality, or rather efficiency, than the phone calls. When we called ADT, we got a lot of runaround. When we talked to them live, we seemed to actually eventually get to the answers we needed. So that's something to keep in mind. That 3.8 for Vivint, that 2.5 for ADT. And when it comes to which is the top system for customer support, Vivint wins in a landslide. The final element of comparison today between ADT and Vivint is the mobile application, and I'm happy to say that they both do really well in this category. Now, the ADT Pulse app has a 3.9 in the Google Play Store and a 4.8 in the Apple App Store, which is simply tremendous. Now, not to be outdone, the Vivint mobile application has a 4.6 in the Google Play Store and a 4.5 in the Apple App Store. People seem to rave about how well the apps work. Even personally, I remember how easy it was to maneuver inside of both the ADT Pulse app and the Vivint app. Really enjoyed it, like just looking at my house from abroad or from wherever, and that is really useful. So you want to know which one is better, and once again, we have yet another tie. Vivint and ADT both have wonderful mobile applications, so it is a toss-up. So now let's do a recap of all the elements we have covered in today's comparison of ADT and Vivint. Installation, this one's a toss-up, as ADT is a pretty simple do-it-yourself installation process, while Vivint is a pretty simple professional installation experience. Professional monitoring, this is a toss-up between ADT and Vivint because ultimately the features and contracts are roughly the same, with the only real distinction being in moving policy. Customer support, Vivint was the clear winner here against ADT because of its higher Google rating of 3.8 to ADT's 2.5. Mobile application, this was a draw between ADT and Vivint because they both have superb ratings in the Google Play Store and Apple App Store. So we've come a long way in our ADT versus Vivint comparison, and the only clear winner in any category has been Vivint when it comes to customer support. Now, Vivint is strong. It has no installation because they come and do it for you. It's professionally done. They've got a solid mobile application and of course, that absolutely blockbuster customer support. Now, ADT is no slouch either. It has a solid mobile application. It's got pretty easy do-it-yourself installation, and it's an iconic name in the game. So overall, you really can't go wrong if you're trying to make sure you have a system that's gonna protect you and your family with ADT and Vivint. So that concludes our comparison of ADT and Vivint. If you appreciated today's video, give us a like and hit that subscribe button. As always, this is Gabe with Security Baron. Be secure.